Honorable DGP Sir, Sikha Ma'am, Joint Secretary Narendra Garu, Sriram Garu from Center of Excellence, my colleague Harshvardhan from Cyber Security Wing of Telangana Police, industry, partners, academia, and most important, our college students, participants of Hackathon. Good morning to all of you. Andariki namaskaram. So just to give some data regarding our cyber security issues that we face. In India, as per the NCRB data, we have 11 lakh complaints being registered last year from January 1st to 31st of December. So that translates to 2 complaints per minute. So I think we have started our conference at 11 o'clock. So in last 30 minutes, there would have been at least 60 complaints being registered. And this is data which is available publicly. A lot of people who go through the cyber fraud, they don't even register the complaints that they have. And the transactions are also huge. For example, last year, if you see the quantum of transaction that was basically reported as fraud, it came out to be 7,500 crore rupees, which is equivalent to $1 billion. Now, second issue that Sriram Garu had addressed, that we take pride in the fact that we have a center of excellence in Hyderabad. Now, in this whole cyber domain, there is an immense opportunity. So, for example, if you see, there is a startup called Wiz, W-I-Z. So it's an Israel-based startup. It was started in 2020. And among all the startups which have started in the last 20-30 years, it has the track record of going from $1 million to $100 million revenue in the shortest possible time. And it's a startup in the field of cyber security only. It has around 400 employees. And just last month, Google offered $23 billion to take over this company. Now, $23 billion is a huge amount. If you look at the takeover of WhatsApp, I think it was offered at around $19 billion. Instagram was at $2 billion. It was offered at $23 billion. Now, despite giving so much money, the CEO of the company refused. That no, we have further opportunity, we'll grow big. So that is the quantum of opportunity that lies in this whole cybersecurity thing. As Joint Secretary Garu had mentioned, generally we treat cybersecurity as a pizza type approach. That you have a pizza and you will do some kind of sprinkling of your, you can say your oregano or chili flakes. So that is the cybersecurity model that we generally operate in. And that is not going to basically last. We have seen, unfortunately, on 19th of July, I was traveling. On the very same day, this attack also took place. Now, interestingly, the tool that is supposed to protect us, that itself was vulnerable, isn't it? So in security parlance, we say that we should never check in a code on a Friday. Unfortunately, the code was actually checked on Friday. And because of that, that vulnerability took place. I had to suffer. I was given a boarding pass, which was issued manually by Air India Express. Other airlines also did the same thing. Now, it also raises one very critical question, that 8 million of these devices were on CrowdStrike. So why in our own country, despite being having such a large ecosystem of IT, why can't we have our own CrowdStrike type of solutions with us? Why we should rely on all these monopolistic kind of companies that are operating? So if we have, basically it's like decentralization of technology also. So if we have our own company following our own protocol, chances of our critical infrastructure like railway, airport, shipyards, hospitals, power sector, mines, these will be reduced drastically. So we have a golden opportunity. Now, one more thing was that most of these cybersecurity issues also emanate from unsafe programming practices that we have. For example, some of you, how many of you use C, C++ or JavaScript? Raise your hands. C, C++ or JavaScript. So briefly, I will touch upon 1 or 2 points. So for example, C, C++, these languages are not garbage collected languages. So we generally handle memories on our own. So now DARPA, which is an organization in USA, they have launched a program called Tractor. Basically, the acronym is Tractor. It means translating all C code to Rust language. So if you have gone through the Rust language, it is known as a memory safe languages. So most of the critical devices now are being written in Rust. Even the Linux Foundation also has started adopting Rust programming language in its own kernel. This is the only language which they have allowed. Earlier, they did not even allow C++ to enter into the Linux kernel. Second would be, for example, if you are using a JavaScript library, these are all shiny libraries. You have NPM packages, but most of these NPM packages also are getting compromised. There are some popular JavaScript libraries which are getting downloaded millions of times per day. If some vulnerability takes place in that, what will happen to our ecosystem? So focusing on all this, it's a great opportunity for all of us. We had 10,000 participants this year. I hope some of you in future will try to establish a unicorn in Hyderabad based on cyber security industry. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.